People say to me, after 30 years, surely you know everything there is to know about young carers. And I say, no, we're just beginning. For the last 30 years, I've been researching around the whole area of children and young people who are carers, who are looking after family members who have an illness, a disability, a mental health problem, addiction, or some combination of those characteristics. Over this period of time, I've conducted many research projects. Impact of that research has been to change law and legislation in many countries. Young carers have existed for centuries, but till the research gave them a name, they were invisible, they were hidden, they were ignored. And this research has given life to young carers. It's given them a voice, it's given them recognition, but it's also given them a global platform on which they can speak about their experiences and demand attention and services.
The research that Saul has done into young carers is the reason that we know that young carers exist. So much of what we do is based on his research and based on data that he created, because we wanted to make sure that the charity and the interventions that we deliver have a basis in research and the reality of the situations that young carers are facing. So without Saul, these projects that exist across the UK to support young carers, they wouldn't be there.
It's important to harness influence of celebrities who have experienced being a young carer, because their voice is very powerful and it reaches millions of people. And when it's combined with the voices and the research and the evidence of academics, this is incredibly powerful.
I did a documentary called Britain's Youngest Carers in 2014, which is where I met the incredible Professor Saul Becker.
If you ask children on the streets if they're a carer, a random sample, you find that the figure is 700,000 children.
All the work that I've been doing for young carers, he has provided the foundation in all the information and research. You know, being a musician, I'm now using my platform to be able to raise the voices of young carers. Maybe if I scream and shout enough about it, there will be enough attention drawn towards it. It's an ongoing battle, but it's a battle that I'm not going to give up on. And it's a battle that I know Professor Saul Becker is not going to give up on.
I've worked extensively with schools to ensure that they recognise that many of their pupils will be young carers, to provide services and support on an individual group level, and that they get the best opportunities to get the best education. What do you think you might like to do when you're old?
I want to play for Manchester United.
Not Manchester City?
No.
Oh, excuse me.
No.
Really?
And I want to like have a scientist as a friend that he can make a machine for my mum's legs to be better.
Manchester Met is the perfect home for my research. It's also the perfect home for the new Institute for Children's Futures. The Institute will bring together and amplify the world-leading research that's already being conducted at Manchester Met. And it will give new opportunities for new strands, new programmes of research, all of which are directed at improving the outcomes of children and families, about making a real difference so that we conduct research that informs policy and practice and that changes children's lives.